Finally, a video you've been waiting for. Instead of what not to buy, this time we're about to share the best non-toxic makeup brands dermatologist-approved for 2026. Look, let's talk honestly for a second, because if you've been paying attention to anything happening in the beauty industry lately, you already know things are not as safe or regulated as most people assume. And that leaves a lot of people stuck in the same place, wondering what they're actually supposed to use without overthinking every single product. Because it's one thing to say avoid toxic makeup, but it's a completely different thing to walk into a store or open a website and actually choose better options without feeling overwhelmed or confused. So instead of giving you vague advice or telling you to read ingredient labels for the next 3 hours, we're going to walk you through real brands you can actually use in 2026. Brands that are known for cleaner formulas, better transparency, and products that still perform like makeup should. Because, let's be honest, no one wants to spend money on something that disappears after 2 hours, or, God forbid, cause you a rash or allergic reaction. Let's start with Ilia Beauty, because this is usually the brand people move to when they want something that feels modern, looks good on the skin, and doesn't come with a long list of questionable ingredients. Their Super Serum Skin Tint is probably one of the most talked about products right now, and for a good reason, because it gives you that natural, healthy skin look without feeling heavy or clogging your pores. And it actually combines skincare and makeup in a way that makes sense, with ingredients that hydrate your skin while also giving you coverage and SPF. So you're not layering 5 different things on your face every morning. It's easy, it's effective, and it doesn't feel like you're compromising just to be clean. Now moving on to Tower 28 Beauty, which is a brand that people with sensitive skin tend to fall in love with very quickly, especially if they've struggled with irritation from other products. This brand is designed specifically with reactive skin in mind, which means fewer irritants, simpler formulas, and products that are actually tested for sensitivity rather than just labeled that way. Their SOS spray is something a lot of people use before makeup to calm the skin, and their tinted balm and glosses are super easy to wear, very forgiving, and perfect if you don't want to deal with heavy layers or complicated routines. It's one of those brands that feels approachable, like you don't need to be an expert to use it correctly. Then we have Saie, and this is where things start leaning more into that effortless, dewy, your skin but better look that everyone seems to be going for right now. Saie products are lightweight, breathable, and designed to enhance your skin rather than cover it completely, which is why their slip tint and dew blush have become so popular. They're simple to apply, they blend easily, and they don't sit on your skin in that heavy, suffocating way that a lot of traditional formulas do. If you like makeup that looks natural but still polished, this brand gets it right without overcomplicating anything. Next is RMS Beauty, which has actually been around in the clean beauty space long before it became a trend, and you can tell because their formulas are very focused on minimal ingredients and skin-friendly compositions. This is not a brand that chases trends or releases dozens of new products every month, and that's part of the appeal. Their Living Luminizer is one of those products people keep repurchasing because it gives a subtle glow that looks like real skin, not shimmer or glitter, and it works across different skin types without causing irritation. It's simple, effective, and consistent, which is honestly what most people are looking for. Now let's talk about Kosas, because this brand sits right in that space between makeup and skincare, which is where a lot of the industry is heading. Their concealer is a good example because it's designed not to just cover imperfections, but to actually improve the skin over time with ingredients that hydrate and support the skin barrier. At the same time, Kosas has been under pressure to improve its preservative systems, and they've been actively reformulating to meet stricter safety expectations, which shows that the brand is adapting rather than staying stuck in old formulations. That's something you want to see in 2026 because the industry is changing fast. Then we have Westman Atelier, which is definitely on the higher end in terms of price, but it's also one of the brands that proves clean beauty can feel luxurious and perform well at the same time. Their foundation sticks and contour products are known for blending seamlessly into the skin, giving you that polished look without feeling heavy or artificial. It's the kind of makeup that looks like you just naturally have good skin, and that's exactly what a lot of people are trying to achieve now. If you're looking to invest in fewer, better products, this is one of the brands people turn to. Another important name is Beautycounter, and this one stands out not just because of its products, but because of its role in pushing for stricter cosmetic regulations in the US. This is a brand that has been actively involved in advocacy, working to limit the use of harmful ingredients and increase transparency across the industry. Their formulas avoid a long list of banned substances, and they've built their reputation on being proactive rather than reactive, which is something you don't see often enough in this space. Now, let's not overlook Jane Iredale, which is often recommended by dermatologists, especially for people dealing with acne, rosacea, or post-treatment skin. Their mineral foundations are lightweight but still provide solid coverage, and they don't rely on heavy fillers or irritating ingredients. This is one of those brands that feels very practical, very skin-focused, and less about trends or aesthetics, which can be refreshing if you're just trying to find something that works without causing more problems. And finally, Honest Beauty, which is probably one of the more accessible options on this list in terms of price and availability. This is a great starting point if you're trying to transition into cleaner products without completely changing your routine overnight. Their cream blushes, mascaras, and tinted moisturizers are easy to use, widely available, and don't require a learning curve, which makes them a good entry point for a lot of people. Now, here's the part that's important to understand, and it's something a lot of people don't say clearly enough. Non-toxic or clean beauty doesn't mean perfect, and it doesn't mean every single ingredient is completely risk-free. What it means is that these brands are making better choices, reducing exposure to known problematic substances, and being more transparent about what goes into their products. Because at the end of the day, it's not about one product. It's about your entire routine and the cumulative effect of everything you're using regularly. That's what people mean when they talk about body burden, and it's why switching even a few key products can make a meaningful difference without turning your life upside down. So if you're thinking about where to start, keep it simple. Pick one product to use every day, something like a foundation or concealer, and replace that first. Then move on to the next thing when you're ready. There's no need to rush or panic because this isn't about being perfect overnight. It's about making smarter decisions over time. Also, don't rely on what's written on the front of the packaging because terms like clean, natural, and dermatologist-tested are not strictly regulated and can be used very loosely. If you really want to know what you're using, check the ingredients list or use tools that help break it down in a way that makes sense. So now I want to know, what's the first product you're actually willing to switch after watching this? And have you tried any of these brands already? Let's talk about it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more beauty advice.